Hello, everyone.
Are we live?
You're live.
Okay, cool. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us. This is episode 29 of the Canadian Geekcast. I'm your host for this episode, Matt, and joining me today is Steph.
What's up, everybody?
And we've got Dennis.
Hello, everyone.
Steve is currently fighting a bit of a stomach bug, and Josh is taking care of his sick wife. So neither of them are joining us. They may pop into chat, though. So if you're on Mixer or on Twitch, you may actually end up seeing one of them comment. I'm not sure if they're going to join us or not, but
It's the
that's
season.
okay. Yeah. Well, stomach bug, that could just be you just ate something funny.
Yeah, but everyone's sick now. I'm sick. You're going to see me drinking tea because my throat is on the door.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to make sure I don't get sick. My kids will they like to share their colds, especially my oldest because she's in school, so she brings home everything. And then my youngest doesn't know to cover her mouth, and yeah, kids.
Kids love to share everything, don't they?
Exactly.
So thoughtful.
Yeah. If you are just joining us for the first time, we are a group, normally we're 5 Canadians that like to get together every week to talk about everything geeky, from film and TV, video games to, pretty much whatever catches our fancy. I think at one point we sometimes even talk about space and everything. So you can find us pretty much wherever you can get your podcasts. We also are broadcasting now live on both Mixer and on Twitch simultaneously, so you can we do our show live Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, so figure out whatever time zone that is for you guys. And then the not pre-recorded, the live version becomes a post-record, whatever. We release the podcast usually version. Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Yeah, the edited version. God,
you'll hear it somehow.
Yeah, one way or another. So so you pretty much catch us almost wherever you want. If you like what you hear, you can leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also send us an email to CanadianGeekCST@gmail.com, or you can tweet at us, which is at CanadianGeekCST. And we're usually pretty good with replying to those things. We may even read your review on the next show. So with that out of the way, let's dive into our default question of the week, because we have not been able to come up with anything unique, and it's what have you been playing or watching in the past week? Dennis, why don't we start with you?
As far as playing video games go, been just playing Assassin's Creed. I haven't really I'm just taking my time with it.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, Spider-Man to get ready for the DLC that's dropping this week. So yeah, so excited for that. As far as watching, like the fall TV season, anime season is afloat, and I'm just trying to watch everything. So I'm just watching all the comic book TV shows, so like Arrow, Flash, and whatever. And as far as anime goes, like there's not really that much new stuff coming, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 is starting, so getting into that, and some other anime that I like, but not worth mentioning. I mean, I can mention it. The sports animes. One's track and field, and another is sumo wrestling. So
yeah, that sumo wrestling thing is like super high in the popularity. I was like, why?
Yeah.
There's a lot of sports anime that I'm just like, there's this niche for them, and I'm still waiting for a hockey anime, but I don't think that's happening because hockey is not popular in Japan at all. But who knows?
Is there baseball anime? Because baseball, I think.
There's tons of baseball anime, man.
I read a ice hockey manga probably 10 years ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know there's a couple like manga that you could definitely adapt from if they're going to put the money into it. I don't see it happening, but I would want it to happen. So yeah, that's what I've been watching basically.
Nice. Steph.
I mean, I haven't been doing much. I don't know where all my time's gone. My Vita arrived, so I basically have been pouring in all of my time into a visual novel. That's all I can say. Like, I've been playing Collar X Malice, and it's about how, basically this terrorist group appears in I can't remember where it is. It's a place in Japan, a certain neighborhood, and they basically, it starts off with like a video of 4 cops being like kidnapped, and they're like, oh, these cops are corrupt and they're super bad, and like you talk about justice, but it's not the true justice. We're going to be like the true justice warriors. And then like a month later, it shows a video of them getting shot and killed. And then there's like a whole bunch of like other things that happen where it's like, oh, these people were corrupt or bad, so therefore they're like dying or whatever. And then your main character gets kidnapped and gets this like collar put on her, and then the terrorist organization can like talk to her through the collar, and they're like, oh, if you do anything against our wishes, we're gonna like poison you and kill you. And so it's like your investigation arc as you decide which boy that you're going to do detective work with and make your bae.
Interesting.
I mean, it's like Danganronpa meets dating sim, so I am 5,000% into it.
Yeah, Danganronpa definitely came to mind. Like in the game, they have like these watches, and like they kill you like with needles injected into your. That's not. It's one of the Danganronpa. I think anyway.
I thought that was more like nonary games.
Oh yeah, that is nonary games. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. The Zero Escape games.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh, it's basically this stuff meets dating sim. So yeah, I mean, all right, I'm done. And then I have 2 more visual novels in the backwatch for my Vita. So I played Vita so much that my muscle memory is shot again. Because I'm like pressing X, and then like on Nintendo Switch it's B, and then that's like to return. So the second I pick up my Switch, I'm like, oh no, like.
I do that going back and forth between Nintendo and Xbox because the buttons are backwards and everything. Yeah.
How about you, Matt?
I haven't really been playing too much because I've been trying to hammer down and finish this book that I'm narrating. But I did pick up Pizza Titan Ultra just last night for the Switch, and so I played through the tutorial on that one. I think I'm gonna really like that game. Like control scheme's very very simple, and just everything about it I quite like. So, and then I also grabbed The Room based on last week's discussion, and I only just started going through the tutorial. Pretty much reminds me of when I played it on my phone. And control scheme is going to be pretty easy. It's in handheld, it's in touch, so nothing different there from when you played it, if you played it on mobile on your tablet. In docked mode, though, you're going to use the Joy-Con. It's in pointer mode, so I'm going to give that a try. I think once we're done, see how that goes. And then haven't really been watching much and doing my narration, so yeah, that's kind of it. It's fairly mild week, I'd say, for me. So, yeah. But I just want to give a quick shout out to a couple of our viewers. We've got the Wii for Sale and Queen Jen.
I think it's the Weasel, no? The 4 is an A?
Oh, the Weasel. I'm only on my second coffee. I think I need another one. We've got the Weasel and Queen Jen are joining us on Twitch. So good morning. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you're watching on Twitch or Mixer, say hi and we'll give you the Weasel. Yes, I apologize. That's my bad. I apologize for completely butchering your name. But I think with all that out of the way, let's dive into our first topic.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, so our first topic is another quick news. I think this is pretty much becoming a standard for our first topic. I would say so, yeah. Just like Dennis's game releases of the week, it's something there every week. So we've got 4 quick news topics on this one. The first one. Godzilla is now a constellation, thanks to NASA.
That was great news. I was just like, yes, this is what I wanted in my life. But also, the image of Godzilla has been tarnished because of this stupid music video called Skibidi, where he does the stupid dance. And I'm just I cannot imagine him as anything else now.
That is such an awesome music video, though.
I say it's stupid just because I love it, and it's been played nonstop by my boyfriend since I introduced it to him, so now I can't escape it. It's just everywhere.
It's got a good beat to it.
It does.
So Godzilla is part of what they call the modern constellations. So there was a team that was made up of the U.S. Space Agency and worldwide astronomy researchers. They announced 21 new gamma ray constellations to mark the 10-year operation of its Fermi satellite. So Godzilla is one of them. What does it say here? So they chose Godzilla because he's a pretty big staple in the monster universe. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that doesn't know who Godzilla is. Like, he's been around forever, it seems. So it says NASA chose Godzilla because the monster's trademark heat ray bears a resemblance to gamma ray jets associated with black holes and neutron stars. If you know what that is.
Clearly don't.
No. So you can find pictures of kind of how the constellation and kind of what everything that makes up Godzilla. There were a few others. So there were the other names chosen for new constellations were Little Prince, which if you've played Katamari, you should recognize that name. That's where I associate that from.
I thought it was a book or something.
Well, maybe. I don't know. My first thought is when I hear the Little Prince, my first thought is Katamari Damacy, because that's all about fixing the stars and the constellations. So that was my.
That is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm always so excited for constellations, man.
Oh yeah. Then they've also got the Hulk from the Incredible Hulk series. So.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. We've got Godzilla watching over us now. What?
No, it's just like, it's kind of scary just thinking, oh, Godzilla's watching us from the sky. Okay.
Yep. It's always silent protector. Queen Jen says, listening to Chill Elevator remix of the Imperial March while watching is oddly fitting. I would say. Yeah, I can see that. Next news topic is Days Gone has been delayed. It's now coming out 2 months later. Wasn't it one of those February releases?
Yeah, it was. It was like one of 4 titles coming out that day, which was this game, Anthem, Metro, and Crackdown 3.
Yeah.
So now there's like one less game, which I would say I'm not sure if all those, or at least maybe 2 games will release on that day. There's probably one I'm like, that could be moved a bit, but yeah. I like the news because I don't think I'm not buying any games that month anymore because of Days Gone's delay. So it gives me extra time to play maybe Kingdom Hearts 3, or maybe hopefully, Sega may release Yakuza, one of the Yakuza PS4 ports. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's trying to hit that financial quarter, yo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're going to be seeing Days Gone on April 26th now. And, that's probably not a bad idea. It's going to give a couple extra months for development, fine-tune things. So it can only really be good things. Usually when a game's delayed, there's good reasons for it. So
yeah, sorry. I was just going to say, I mean, like when Last of Us, I think it was supposed to release like in May of that year, and the dev said that little extra time made this great game into well, not in their words, but into a masterpiece in itself. So that extra time will actually do good. And since this delay is happening, it makes me like be more confident that Last of Us 2 is not coming out in 2019, because it just seems there's just like so much like coming out in that year that I don't honestly see it coming out. Like there was some conversations on Twitter with people I follow, and there was like, this game Last of Us 2 could be a game that's like cross-platform for PS4 and PS5, but that's, we'll see in the future if that's the case anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this far out in advance, it's either they have really good management and project management in particular, or they were just realistically looking at it and being like, I mean, there's a lot of games going out that day. It's like money-wise, maybe it just wouldn't make sense, and they'll lose sales, so they'll move it back.
Yeah, maybe it's really a little of both. Like it was just like on a day that's just like way too crammed, and maybe it's just another way just to give extra time, extra polish to the game. Yeah, it might need it, might not, but it'll just be just good for the game itself.
Yeah. No, I think it's smart.
That's true. Yeah. Next topic we've got. I'm going to skip the order because I'm saving one for the last. So the voice actors that are tied to the Metal Gear series have been teasing something pretty interesting. The speculations are flowing, or kind of going everywhere. So let's see here. It's pretty much, Chris Zimmerman, who's the voice director for Metal Gear Solid franchise. David Hayter is the voice behind Solid Snake and Big Boss, and Robin Atkin Downs, who's the voice of Dennis. You say that name.
Oh, I don't even have it open.
Oh, okay. Kazuhira Miller.
Yeah.
Okay. Close enough.
Kazuhira.
Okay, thanks. They've been teasing new and exciting news coming out of the Metal Gear, franchise. So fans are just going nuts about this. Robin's tweet plan is with the hashtag of "Stay tuned." David Hyder says, "Great story, Snake. So what happens to us now?" And then David Hyder also just says, "Kaz message received." So a lot of people are just kind of like really kind of guessing and are unsure what this could all mean. But I have a feeling this could very well be another game in the series, unless it's turning into a live action or like a TV series. But
well, it's quite strange that it would come out in North America news first rather than Japan, because usually these things. Like Japanese companies, they start everything in Japan first, and then they localize. But I'm not as familiar with Konami as I am with some certain other Japanese companies. But yeah, like usually it gets built there, everything's done, and then they give it to North America. The game's usually released in Japan like months upon months way before it comes to North America. Again, this probably is not the case for Metal Gear Solid, but it's interesting, like the news is starting here.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I saw like all these North American people teasing this, I was like, is this like their kind of tease that this game is not being developed in Japan, is being developed in North America? Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like when I saw this, I saw one tweet. It's like, well, one fan was like, "What are you plotting over there? What are you plotting?"
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, and then it's very unlike Japanese corporations to let that news be out there. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
I mean, if they were going to do that, that's kind of the right move, considering like Kojima's fallout with Konami in Japan anyway. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. Like, I saw a bit of like maybe they're teasing something for the Game Awards, or maybe that's too early. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what a few things are saying is we could see something during the Game Awards. I mean, now's the perfect time to start kind of ramping, that kind of hype up. So. Quick comment here. Ace Platinum asked, seeing as this is called Canadian Geekcast, does that mean you're from Canada? Yes, it does. Yeah, I was going to say we're spread across Canada, but you guys are all kind of in the GTA area. I'm in Edmonton. So we're...
Yeah, at least three of us are, close to Toronto, and I think one of us is like very far off in Ottawa, rural, and you're in Edmonton.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Josh is closer to Ottawa area.
Yeah, he is.
That's right. Yeah.
I think I'm the only non-born Canadian, though.
Yep,
that's true.
But I am Canadian.
But you're part of the Commonwealth, so it's.
I mean, I spent more than half my life now, so.
All right, that works. Yeah. Moving on to our last quick news topic. I had to save this one for last. Star Citizen adds real-time expression mapping, and it's quite terrifying.
Yeah, stuff of nightmares. When I was looking at it, I was like, man, that's either like it's like honestly it's cool that you're doing this, but I'm like, oh man,
it is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this is like in my mindset of like this is a really smart marketing tool to get your game viral. It's along the same branches of like the selfie cam, but like to the next level. And I mean, the streamers are gonna have an absolute blast with this. Like, let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
Streamers and YouTubers are gonna have a blast, and people are gonna be sharing these things for days and months. So, I mean, it's a win-win. We get a good laugh, and they get free marketing.
Yeah. So I came across this one on an Imgur post. I don't care how you pronounce it. That's how I'm pronouncing it. And it's the GIF is kind of creepy, but absolutely hilarious. The top comment on this thing is space meth is a hell of a drug. And when you watch this GIF, you just can't help but just burst out laughing. You have to, you know what? I think we may tweet this one out, but it's creepy, but it's creepy funny. So yeah, like Steph said, streamers are gonna have fun with this. I'm really curious what this is gonna be like once we see this come out. But I highly recommend checking it. I highly recommend checking it out. So that's kind of it for our quick news topics. That actually went fairly quick this time.
Oh wait, we moved on. Talking about viral marketing tactics, can we please talk about Soul Calibur 6 and their custom character creation?
God, yes.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I mean the Minecraft characters, right? That's the one that we all saw, right? Nothing to do with dingle dongles.
Giant lizard, well-endowed lizard men.
No, what are you talking about?
So, if you haven't...
At this point, we're basically the dingle dongle cast, right?
Oh my god. So Soul Calibur 6 has, you can create, like, custom characters. So somebody took, what's the character's name? He's the lizard.
Baldo? Oh,
no, that's the moveset. I forget the name of the character. I'm sure somebody will correct me. In chat, if you know what it is. Queen Gen. That's the exact one that we're talking about. So yeah, I forget the name of the character, but he's the lizard. He gave it Voldo's moveset, which is very weird. Yes, suggestive, and put a giant, massive dong on it, and it's something to see. Honestly, it's hard to describe.
I mean, with that, it's not Soul Calibur. It's like Dong Calibur 6 right there, man. It's a game that comes hard and long. Now, I don't know.
You went there.
I went there.
Oh
my god. Yeah. Because when I saw this, I was like, I am not surprised. I'm not surprised that somebody just went through the effort of trying to like make this character like attack with his.
Gaming is a mature medium.
Yeah, it is.
It's a mature art form.
In the clip, the character kind of arches back and then just starts thrusting its crotch up and down, and that's one of Voldo's moves where it's a weird attack. But because this character has a massive member, and he just kind of like crab walks towards its opponent, constantly thrusting up and down, and then hits the opponent, and then knocks them off the map. So it's an instant win, and the whole thing is just absolutely hilarious.
So before I saw the GIF, I saw one of my friends tweet that was like, today I had to Google, is the dinosaur dick real in Soul Calibur 6? Thanks, internet. And I was like I hadn't seen the GIF yet, so I was like, what are you even talking about? But I was too scared to like Google it. So I was just like, okay. And then like maybe like 2-3 hours later, it popped up in my dash. I was like,
Yeah. Queen Jen Jen says, "This is one classy stream. Damn straight we are."
Yeah. Let's move on.
Nothing but maturity nothing but maturity out of this one. This is why it's rated teen. Because that's all we are. We're a bunch of teens laughing at dick jokes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's. Oh my god, I'm crying from laughing. Oh man. All right, let's move on to our second topic, which is a little more
serious.
Yeah, serious. All right, for our second topic, we've got some more news. This one is related to streaming. So if you're big into anime, this one is going to be right up your alley. Crunchyroll's partnership with Funimation ends on November 9th. And so this is not necessarily good news, I guess.
And weebs everywhere cried, including myself.
Yeah, it kind of got me too, because I think this partnership between Crunchyroll and Funimation started in 2016. So this partnership was in a way that, like every season, certain platforms get licensed for anime, and this partnership was a way for Crunchyroll and Funimation to combine their catalogs, but Crunchyroll would get like the subs, and then Funimation would get the license from would be allowed to dub all the anime they have for the season. So it was like a good symbiotic relationship. And last year in October, actually, Funimation was bought by Sony, and Crunchyroll is owned by AT&T. So that relationship really lasted for like a year since Sony bought Funimation. So it's sad to see, like right now they're trying to write up a list of what animes are leaving Crunchyroll's site and vice versa for Funimation. So I kind of hope that none of the big ones that I like leave. If it's just like some stuff I don't watch, I won't care that much. But I just feel like when that list gets released, I'm just like, I'm crossing my fingers, hoping.
Well, hoping. If you look at the partnership, I mean, Funimation has most of the power because they have like most of the really, really big ones that people care about. I mean, My Hero Academia and Attack on Titan are like
those are the
only two that I watch weekly, like the day it comes out instead of like wait until binge later. And I was just like, oh man, if those leave Crunchyroll, like I literally have no reason for a subscription anymore. But I'm not listening to dub My Hero. I'm sorry.
No.
No, I need my angry child to be in his peak angry childness.
Yep.
I've never used Crunchyroll, so I really don't have much comment on that. It's been forever since I've really watched much anime, so I used to watch it a lot in my younger years.
But I never stopped.
I stopped and now I'm back. I dug that hole so deep so fast, like man, I'm above.
You're never getting out of that hole.
I'm never getting back out of this hole again.
Nope.
Nice. In more streaming news, we've got another Defender bites the dust.
Yep.
So Luke Cage has been canceled by Netflix. We were kind of talking about this one in our group chat. The feeling is kind of that this could be because Disney's kind of, I think, could be reeling in all of their IPs for their own streaming service potentially. Which is done. How many seasons did it last on Netflix? It's 2 seasons.
Yeah, same as Iron Fist.
Right. So, what do you guys?
Was it just rumors that Jessica Jones and Daredevil were canceled, or?
Right now they're safe because I think the Jessica Jones season 3 is filming, so I think it's safe for now. As well as Punisher has season 2 filming as well. So I don't know about Daredevil since season 3 was just literally on Friday it was released. So I don't know if they're being renewed for a season 4 or not. I don't really know because like this whole Netflix Marvel deal was like it was all a lead up to Defenders. So each character would get their own series, but really didn't know how long each series would go for, and went for 2 seasons for both. When I first heard this, I was like, maybe this is a power play for Disney, or maybe it's just like a critical response to these shows aren't really that good, so let's cancel them. I don't know. I mean, a part of me that's optimistic hopes this is a way. Maybe they're just canceling and combining the production so they can do Heroes for Hire show. That's what I would want, but I don't know. It's hard to say right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so far as Marvel Netflix, the only thing confirmed for like 2019 is Jessica Jones season 3 and Punisher season 2. So after that, I don't know. They could be canceled after that. But for now, it's just, I think these are the only 2 cancellations that are gonna be going down for this month. Anyway. Who knows if they'll have something for Christmas planned.
Are they really cancellations, or are they just not renewing? Because those are
they're just
sort of different.
I mean, they say they're canceling, but it's just maybe they're just not renewing. Yeah. Like I mean, they haven't done a Defender season 2, and that hasn't been canceled, but it's pretty much canceled because I think a couple of weeks ago, like they renamed the Defenders Facebook page to like Netflix, something like a nerdy page for all the Netflix, and that's pretty much canceled anyway. But I don't know, like this could be just a way just to hopefully get something on for Disney as well as for those shows anyway. Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. It's like I like Iron Fist and Luke Cage, but they weren't, like Luke Cage was good, but it wasn't that good. But I don't know. It's hard to say right now. What are your guys' thoughts?
I don't watch any of these, so
me neither.
Yeah, this is a shame that Steve isn't on here. We'd probably talk about way longer, but yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of sad that like Disney and Netflix can't play more nice together. And I think the broader discussion a lot of people are talking about now is like, I think someone else recently talked about doing their own streaming platform. I can't remember who.
Everybody wants to do their own streaming platform. We're gonna go back into like how it is with cable pretty soon.
Yeah, and that's what everyone's talking about. Is like we're gonna have to go back to cable or bundles, like that kind of system again. And
I'll just keep pirating.
And that's what everyone's saying. It's like,
oops, did I say that out loud?
And that's what people are saying. It's like if it goes back to that expensive, like people are gonna go back to pirating stuff. So, I mean,
you know what we need? We need another platform that's going to combine all of these platforms into one.
Yeah.
And it can come across your network cable, but we'll just call it cable for short.
Amazing. I don't know how you came across that.
Steps back.
Yeah. And then we'll offer ads to keep it free, but then we'll start charging for it.
Yep.
Because that's what cable was. Cable used to be free. That's what commercials were there for, and then they started charging it. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Anything else you guys want to talk about regarding those things, or?
No, not really.
Shall we move on?
Sure.
Okay. So our third topic is video game related. Steph, I think this one kind of basically, because you're in the video game industry, this one really kind of affects you, or you've a little bit more than the rest, us. So Rockstar, it's come out about Rockstar and their work practices regarding overtime, and that was just recently released. There's just pretty much just this past week regarding how. What was it? So,
well, I think it was the CEO who came out, and he just kind of like laissez-faire. It was just like, oh yeah, we've been putting in over 100 hours like for several weeks so we can like get all the content done. Like just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And then people are like, wait, cool. That's not cool, dude. Like that's a big deal. You should be like bragging that that's a thing that's happening. 'Cause that's kind of how it came off. And like the entire industry just collectively was like, can we not do this? Like the fact that crunch has been an issue for several generations. Now it's again furthers that whole union thing. And then there was some devs who came out and they're like, I work at Rockstar UK or I work at the Canadian one and I've never crunched, or like I do it voluntarily, like whatever whatever. Like, there was a lot of people who came out and defended it, and then Rockstar was like, hey, if you like want to talk about your experiences in social media, like, go for it. But everyone kind of knows that you never want to like talk poorly about your employers online.
Nope, that never ends well for you if you do that.
No.
Especially on a public platform like Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah. So it was kind of a mess. Do I believe that crunch happened at Rockstar? Yes, 100%. I have heard things about Rockstar. I have heard things about a lot of places, you know, but some have changed, some have not. Some of it's mandatory, some of it is a labor of love. Like, I can no longer count the times in my hand where I've been told off by my boss to be like, stop working evenings, stop working weekends. Like, you know,
See,
stop.
That's awesome. When you've got your boss telling you to pretty much leave and go have time off, that's great, you know.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, you can't really stop your employees if they're that passionate about something.
That's true.
Like, and then all you can really do is give them an environment where it's comfortable to do so. But then that's kind of counterintuitive, because if you make them comfortable, it like normalizes the crunch. So it's this weird, like, there's so many angles that people are trying to tackle this with. Like, oh, the older, like, if you're a person who works overtime, you're kind of setting a precedent for others as well, because then they feel bad that they're not working overtime. And then there's like all these management things. So it's like an overall cultural issue that happens in gaming, and I think it's no surprise that I've known so many people who've like burnt out within a couple of years and left video game development just because of the way the industry is. Like, it's usually short-term projects, there's a lot of crunch culture. I mean, it's kind of a problem. And they're talking about like, oh, like, we're putting these 100-hour like weeks in or whatever, but then they're like, oh yeah, we also have like every single NPC has a unique voice, and like we're going back to the parts again, but like the horse ball is like shrink in the cold, and like,
how many months of development time did that take alone, I wonder?
Yeah.
It's like, why do you need both of these things in there? Like, it to me sounded like management problems, or like project management, scope creep, like whatever, you know, like throw those terms around, but it was just very much like, oof. But then there's also things like game jams. People do that for fun, and that's literally an entire weekend where they'll just like basically sleep and eat and like do coding for like an entire weekend. So there's a lot of talk within the industry about all of the finer details of like crunch and the work culture in the gaming industry, and I don't know. It's really tough to like really talk about it, because like there's a lot of people who've been coming out and defending Rockstar, and it's like, well, I'm sure it's fine where you are, but that's not everyone's experience. But it's hard to like put that overarching blanket over everything, as it is with most things in life, where you're just like, like, you know. But I mean, people are still gonna go out and buy the game, so whatever. Yeah, people don't care.
We got a couple comments on Twitch. Queen Jen says it's this type of shady practices that make me want to either start or join up with a small indie studio. Quite honestly,
they're not all good or bad. A lot of them work. The amount of people I talk to who still work like long days on weekends, like, they're no better.
Yeah, and then Cappuccino
Gil,
thank you. Cappuccino Gil says Rockstar's handling of this was very poor as well. They say it's not mandatory, yet folks were scheduled overtime work. They say only the seniors were doing it. Like that's any better. And not once did Hauser apologize for it.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. They're like, it's optional. We're going to put it in your schedule, though. Lol. And you're
that
like...
That doesn't make it optional. Yeah.
I mean...
And I heard that some people were getting shamed if they didn't put in all this overtime and everything. It's just... That turns it into a fairly toxic environment.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of understand in some ways, because... they still do a lot of physical stuff, like game CDs and stuff, and then trying to like push that back, it's a huge issue. Whereas like people who are digital only, or they're like months in advance, they have the luxury of being like, yeah, we can just push back, it's not a big deal. But at the same time, there had to be something in like in those details that we were talking about earlier, like they could have cut back or not prioritized. It's quite strange.
Yeah. Well, one of the games that I'm working, I'm gonna this is actually the first game that I'm gonna be a part of with development from almost from the beginning to end. So I'm gonna get to see kind of everything going on firsthand. I'm just working on the audio side, and like one of the things that was mentioned for Red Dead Redemption 2 is that there's over 700 unique voices in the game. It's like every character, every NPC pretty much has a voice, and that adds a ton of time.
Not even just time, but like think of the freaking audio files. Like they're again talking about how big this game is going to be in like physical memory space, and it's like I kind of don't like the fact that this is where we're at, where we're prioritizing like like the graphics have to be super good and like all this like mediocre stuff. It's like, no, just make your gameplay good and then make your story good. Like make that stuff good. That's what I care about. I don't care about your minor details.
Yeah. I think with this game, like what I'm hearing, this is a 2-disc game, and that's never been done in this generation at all.
And considering discs now are dual layer Blu-rays, which is 50 gigs a pop.
Yeah, that just says how big this game is.
And they're still going to be digital, because isn't it like a 120 gigabyte game or something?
Something like that.
I mean,
like
it's
huge. Cappuccino Gilly says, the horse testicles, though.
Oh, boy.
Thanks for bringing us back into the mature topics.
Full circle.
I mean, it is a very difficult topic to talk about, and Rockstar's... the good thing is it's talking about the industry as a whole. It's not just, it's Rockstar. Like, everyone's talking about it. We're seeing more and more companies just being like, okay, like you're here 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 or whatever it is, and then you're done. Like, go home. And there's a lot more people in the industry in like higher levels, like senior levels, who are just like, nope, like I'm done. That's it. Like I'm gone. And we just need more people to like keep pushing that.
Yeah. Hopefully we see some big changes in the near future. So yeah. Well, shall we move on to our final topic? Dennis has worked super hard on this one.
Yeah, I did.
It's a good size. I would say this is a pretty good sized list. Yeah. There's one on here that I am super excited for, coming out on the 23rd. So, shall we move on?
Yeah, sure.
You sound so excited, Dennis.
I mean, it's just like what I do, so let's just get it over with and move on.
Yeah. All right, our last topic of this episode is Dennis's video game releases of the week.
Yeah, these are the video games coming out the October 22nd to the 26th. So this week, starting October 22nd, there's only one game coming out. Halloween Forever is coming to PS4 and PS Vita. On to October 23rd. Just Dance 2019 is coming to everything.
Is that the one that you're excited about?
Besides PS3.
The next one.
No, it's Just Dance, right, Matt?
Just Dance.
Yeah.
So it's coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Wii U, Xbox 360, and the Wii.
Amazing. They know their audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the first one that they're not releasing on PS3, which is I kind of get it with the cell architecture, so I get it. But I mean, they're releasing on 8 different platforms. It's incredible that they.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just not looking forward to the next gen. Like how many like Just Dance 2021. Oh, it's coming to 11, 12, 13. Let's go for 13.
Jeez. No. This next one is the one I'm super excited for.
Okay. Coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch is Paw Patrol on a Roll.
Oh yeah. Ryder needs us. My kids love Paw Patrol, so And no, this game will not be coming into my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch is Nickelodeon Kart Racers. Coming to PC only is Do Not Feed the Monkeys, Thornbreaker, The Witcher Tales, and Gwent, the Witcher card game. So 2 Witcher games are coming out.
Master Ditto says, "Thank God, a Paw Patrol game." I know what you mean. That's I think the one title that's been missing from my library for decades, even though the series has only been out for a couple of years. So, I'm super stoked.
Wait, Gwent is coming. What was platform was Gwent on before? Or was it a beta?
It was a beta. This is the official release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Thronebreaker is coming out now. Oh, they just announced that a month ago.
Yeah.
Did not realize.
Yeah, I was really trying to confirm this because I was trying to look it on Steam, but it's a GOG exclusive, so I had to look there. So
interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Coming to PS4 only is Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams, Never Out, Grid, Retro Enhanced, and Word Logic by Poggy. Coming to Nintendo Switch only is Windjammers, Cabela's The Hunt Champion Edition, and Bass Pro Shops The Strike Championship Edition. On to October 24th, so Hump Day. Sky Hill is coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Lethal League Blazed is coming to PC and coming to...
Sorry.
That
Lethal
like
League. Let's talk about Lethal League for a second. So this game is actually super fun. So it's basically I think it's local multiplayer only, at least the version I played, which is the original one. I don't know how Blaze is different. But the entire premise is that there's a baseball and you have to hit it back and forth. And then there's characters who have special abilities or different movements. And it just gets ridiculously fast. And then it'll do this slow down thing when you hit the ball. Oh, it's so good. It's so much fun. If you're just looking
I love that art style.
Oh, it's so good. The art's so good.
It's anime cell shade.
Oh, it's such a blast. And it honestly, it's one of the few games that make me laugh out loud because it's just so I know I hit it, that kind of thing. It's so good.
Cappuccino Gilly says it's squash meets Smash Brothers, and the Weasel says so tennis. Well,
squash.
I mean, there's not a net, but yeah, it's more like squash.
That's a game that looks like it could benefit
meets
from
dodgeball because you're basically trying to hit the other person without them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good fun.
And coming to iOS is Stardew Valley.
Ruining more people's lives.
Yeah, now it's mobile.
The addiction is going to be so real.
Yeah.
I'm so the one time I'm glad I don't have an Apple device.
Okay, on to October 25th. Flashback 25th Anniversary is coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Coming to iOS is... I'm going to butcher this. Occludian Skies. Coming to PC only is Witching Tower VR and Crazy Machines VR. Now,
are those VR titles?
I would assume so. Unless it stands for something else.
Very real?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Kawachi Gilly says Lethal League Blaze is a lot more early player friendly. It also features a character designer by Jet Set Radio devs and a song from their composer. Yeah, when I was looking at the pictures, that's definitely got a Jet Set Radio feel to it from that art and animation style. That's cool.
Okay, coming to Nintendo Switch only is 18 games. So strap in. Super Hyperactive Ninja, Chicken Range, Externum X, Friday the 13th, Killer Puzzle, Pinstripe, Storm in a Teacup, 7 Billion Humans, Car Quest, Black and White Bushido, Puzzle Wall.
Ooh, Black and White Bushido's coming to Switch?
Yep.
That was on Xbox. That's supposed to be a pretty good game.
7 Billion Humans is basically teaching people how to code. It's good.
Oh, really?
I actually enjoy it, yeah. It teaches you the logic of coding, jump and skip and repeat and stuff.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Continuing on, Word Puzzles by Pogi, Aqua TV.
Game of the year, right there. Aqua TV's game of the year. It's pretty much an aquarium for your Switch.
Oh, okay.
And you can kind of control it with your Joy-Con, but it's pretty much just fancy aquariums.
Okay. Continuing on, Pianista, the legendary virtuoso, Luke and Rebecca, Dracula's Legacy, 1001 Ultimate Mahjong 2, Fairy Tale, Puzzles, Magic Objects, and Johnny Turbo's Arcade Heavy Burger.
See, everything comes to Switch.
Yeah, it does. I hate it sometimes. On to October 26th. My Hero Academia 1's Justice is coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
Plus Ultra! Yeah, I am so deep into this, like, My Hero Academia hole, I'm probably going to buy it just because it's My Hero Academia, and everyone's going to be like, it's not that good, it's not that deep, and I'll be like, it's My Hero Academia, fam.
Who cares? Yeah.
Okay, coming... I really don't know what to say, because, like, sometimes these Bandai Namco anime titles, like, I want to go for them, but sometimes I'm just like, I'm antsy about it. Like, the only exceptions I take is, like, Naruto, Dragon Ball, basically any
Yeah, so this
of
is my
two.
exception. I do not... I'm so far out of the Naruto train, like, since middle school, don't care. Dragon Ball, never was a fan. However, My Hero Academia, I am, like, up to here in, like, I'm the person who's on Tumblr, like, doing the fan arts and, like, all this other stuff. Like, I am sold. Need it.
See, this is why our live shows, I think, are the best ones, because you get to see reactions like Steph's, and then Dennis's kind of...
Deadpan.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm deadpan, it's just, like, I've been tricked before. Like, I remember buying, like, a Saint Seiya fighting game. I was like, oh, man, this is not that good. And, yeah.
Quick, Master Doe says, I wonder what the controls will be for that. So I think referring to Stardew Valley. I guess it'll be fairly simple, but I've only ever played Stardew on PC, so who knows? I imagine you just click on your farm to seed and water. And then he says, My Hero Academia is better than Naruto and that.
Wow, that's like your opinion, man.
I mean, they have good taste, though.
I mean, I'm not saying, My Hero Academia is not good. I like it. I just finished, like, watching season 3, just so, like, getting through all my anime. I was like, it's good. Like can't wait for season 4.
I don't think I've ever been, like, I used to say I've not been this invested in anime in a long time, and now I'm like, I don't think I've ever been this invested in anything ever.
Yeah, you're like the person like really really talks a lot about My Hero Academia. And I know a lot of people who love anime. And
I kind of like. I feel bad because, like, my Twitter was supposed to be gaming focused, but now it's, like, I can't help but, like, I really need to post, like, this My Hero Academia thing now, and I should just make a separate account.
You should. All talking about how Bakugo is the best boy.
Oh, my best boy. It'll be, like, Weeb Thistles or something.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Coming to PS4 and Xbox One is the 2-disc game Red Dead Redemption 2.
RDRR.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw that joke on from the season 1 Simpsons. So when Bart goes to the genius school, the RDRR. Never mind. Moving on. Forget it.
Your joke we just like went over.
People were talking about Bakugo in chat, so I had to go do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming to PS4 is Castlevania Requiem, Symphony of the Night. Yeah, Requiem. That's what I said.
Yeah, you said Requiem.
I said Requiem.
You said Requiem.
No, I didn't.
Potato.
I'm trying to get through this. Don't interrupt me, man. I'll redo it then. Coming to PS4 is Castlevania Requiem.
Thank you.
Symphony of the Night and Rondo of the Blood. And finally, coming to Nintendo Switch only is 911 Operator and Halloween Pinball. Just in time for Halloween.
Perfect.
And those are the video game releases of the week.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks, Dennis.
No problem.
We didn't derail at all.
See, I'm not the only person that heard Requiem. Master Do heard it too.
Whatever, I'm just slurring my word. I slur my words sometime, man.
Is
Dennis,
there vodka in that juice?
That's not a denial. I didn't hear a no.
Yeah, same here.
What? Oh, you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Well, thanks. I would say that about wraps it up for this episode of Canadian Geekcast. I want to give a shout out to all of our Twitch viewers. We've had 11 people watching, the most that we've had to date, I think.
Yeah,
which is awesome. So a big shout out to Queen Jen, The Weasel, Ace Platinum, Cappuccino Gooey, Gil, okay, Master Doe. I think that's it. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Any of you lurkers as well, thanks for watching us make fools of ourselves. Great to have you here. Right, before I forget, Queen Jen asked for a quick Exospace plug. So it's a game that's coming out. It's an RPG that actually Queen Jen is developing by herself. She's the sole developer. It's fully voice acted, I think, or that's the plan. And I've watched some of the videos of it and some of the jokes. The writing is actually is quite funny. I think my favorite thing so far from when she was showing me some of the game was when you leave the airlock without a spacesuit and you just keep doing it over and over and over. It's quite funny. So I think if I can get a link for it, you know what? I'm going to tweet about it either from our official account or something. So it looks like it's going to be a fun game. I'm a voice in it as well. So definitely play it. Yeah, that's all I got there. Yep. So guys, if people wanted to connect with you online, where could they go? Dennis?
You can find me mostly on Twitter at HunterSlasher13, which, I got a reading week coming up, so I'm off, so I'm just going to be relaxing, playing video games, maybe playing more Spider-Man. So, yeah, follow me there. I appreciate the follow.
And Steph?
You can follow me at Maple Thistles basically anywhere, but I am most active on Twitter. You just follow my continual descent into my mushy middle school self with Otome games and My Hero Academia, and see if I finally crack and make a Weeb account.
Nice. And you can find me on Twitter at ReggieFizameme, where mostly I'm talking about voice acting. Because that's my jam right now is voice acting. And you can find us as a group on our group Twitter, which is at Canadian at Canadian Geek CST. We've also got a website, which is at CanadianGeekCST.wixsite.com/home, where you can find all of our previous episodes as well as little bios and links to us and everything as well. Cappuccino Gill says, you know what, you should also plug Crush the Castle Siege Master, which is now out on iOS and Android. Or Android later on, so. Is that a siege? Would you say that is a siege game? It is a siege game.
Well, it has siege in the title.
Yeah, well.
Well, if they did, it would be false advertising, man.
Well, what was that horror game that, was it Home Sweet Home?
Yeah.
That's not a sweet game.
No, it's not.
That's a scare, so, for all I know.
Or Catastronauts without the cats.
Yeah, that's the biggest shame. Okay.
You're not there's another podcast I listened to and they made the exact same jokes, like, we're the cats in this game.
I know, and then I watched YouTubers and they made the exact same joke as well. I'm like, well, at least I know I'm original.
Yeah. Well, they were even calling it Cat Astronauts, and then it wasn't until about halfway through the episode then they realized, no, it's Catastronauts.
Like catastrophe.
And they were all disappointed. Yeah. So, and then you can also grab all of our past episodes through your favorite podcast app, or you can watch us live Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So figure out what time zone that is for you. So be sure to tune in next week for more ridiculousness.
Oh, and if you're going to TwitchCon, at me on Twitter, because then I'll be there. Come meet me.
Yes, do that. You can go and say hi to Steph and meet a famous person.
Yes.
We like to think we're famous.
Like to.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, be sure to tune in next time on the next episode of Canadian Geekcast.
Bye.
Bye.